Why do some guys hate K-pop? Hey K-Insider fam! How many times have you encountered toxic men calling out your favorite K-pop band for no reason at all? Yeah, we've all been there. Let's dive into the minds of these men. But before we dive in, let me make one thing super clear. These are not my personal opinions. I don't secretly hate K-pop. I'm a proud member of the stan culture. But today, we're stepping into the mind of, let's call him Mr. Anti-K-pop. I got an AI to write from a guy's perspective about why some men have beef with K-pop. So, grab your popcorn, stay open-minded, and remember, this isn't me speaking. It's the AI trying to get into the headspace of someone who doesn't get the hype. Alright, let's hear why Mr. Anti-K-pop thinks K-pop is a no-go for guys like him. But before moving further, please subscribe to Miss K Insider.
Why do I hate K-pop? Let me break it down. Alright, let's get one thing straight. I don't hate K-pop because I don't understand it. I hate K-pop because the entire phenomenon is an endless loop of things that irritate me as a man. Let's dive into this mess, point by point, because I've got plenty to say.
Okay, sir. We're diving in headfirst, huh? I respect the confidence, but let's see how much of this is actual logic and how much is just bruised male ego.
You'll see that, Miss K. Number 1, the soft masculinity thing. Look, growing up, we idolized men like Bruce Willis, Stallone, or The Rock. Rugged, tough men who'd punch their way out of a problem, not twirl into a high note wearing glittery pants. Then, you look at K-pop guys. Flawless skin, dyed hair, eyeliner sharper than my razors, and I'm just sitting here confused. They've redefined masculinity into this soft aesthetic, which, let's be honest, feels unsettling for those of us who grew up with a different definition. It's not just unfamiliar, it's threatening. It's like, wait, this is what women want now? Flawless skin and synchronized dance moves? Are you serious?
Okay, first of all, if The Rock showed up in glittery pants, we'd all cheer. Second, this whole soft masculinity is threatening argument is giving major insecurity vibes. Maybe the problem isn't K-pop redefining masculinity. Maybe it's that you're stuck in the 80s. Newsflash, tough guys can moisturize too. But also I can't deny that K-pop idols do challenge traditional ideas of masculinity. But is that a bad thing? Honestly, why is the idea of soft masculinity so terrifying? Men should feel free to express themselves however they want, whether that's wearing glitter or punching through walls. I also get why some men feel insecure about this shift. It's like their version of masculinity is being sidelined. Still, here's the tea. It's not about choosing one version over the other. Masculinity can be tough, soft, or whatever you want it to be. So, Mr. Anti-K-pop, maybe instead of feeling threatened, it's time to expand the definition a little.
My second reason is the insecurity and ego factor. Let's not sugarcoat it. Seeing every girl you know obsessing over dudes who look nothing like you does a number on your ego. They're out here screaming over someone named Taeyong, and you're like, bro, I can't even compete with that. These guys have talent, style, charm, and somehow manage to look perfect 24/7. It's not just jealousy, it's the dethroning. We grew up thinking we were the default choice for the women around us. Then K-pop storms in, and suddenly, you're not even in the race. Instead of introspection, the easy reaction is, ugh, K-pop sucks.
Honestly, this one's almost refreshing because at least you're admitting it's about ego. But instead of turning this into a hate fest, why not learn something? Work on your charm, take notes on their style, and maybe, just maybe, figure out how to be a better conversationalist than yelling Taeyong who. I mean, imagine your ego being so fragile that you can't handle someone else being admired. Still, blaming K-pop for your insecurities? That's a stretch. Maybe look inward instead of projecting outward. There's plenty of room for everyone to shine. Hey you, why haven't you subscribed to Miss K Insider yet?
Reason 3, the fandom. Let's talk about it. If you've never been attacked by a K-pop fan, congrats, you've dodged a bullet. Criticize their favorite group even a little, and suddenly, you're Satan incarnate. They'll call you racist, sexist, or accuse you of not being cultured enough. Like, bro, calm down. I just said I didn't like the song. And the spamming? Don't get me started. They're in every comment section. Whether it's about cooking, politics, or sports, posting things like "Stan BTS" or "Purple You Forever." It's like they've taken over the internet, and there's no escape. If you hate the fandom, it's almost impossible not to hate the music too, because they're just that overwhelming.
Okay, let's have an honest chat. K-pop fandoms. Especially my cute little baby armies, you can be a lot. I love you guys, but sometimes the energy is overwhelming, even for fellow stans. And Mr. Anti-K-pop is kind of right here. There's a difference between supporting your idols and aggressively shutting down anyone with a different opinion. Not everyone has to love K-pop, and that's okay, right? But attacking people for not standing your faves? That's not a good thing, my cutie pies. We're supposed to spread positivity, not turn the internet into a battlefield. If you want to convert someone into a K-pop fan, maybe chill on the spam and the Twitter wars, okay? And also Mr. Anti-K-pop, but here's a thought for you: maybe don't waltz into the comments section swinging insults, and they won't come for your life. It's like poking a hornet's nest and being mad you got stung.
Reason 4. It's also manufactured. K-pop isn't music, it's a product. These idols are handpicked, trained, and polished to perfection. The music is so overproduced it feels soulless. Where's the rawness? Where's the grit? The imperfections that make music feel human? And don't even get me started on the plastic surgery rumors. Whether it's true or not, the whole perfect face, perfect body thing feels fake. It's like the music industry decided to create Barbie and Ken dolls, but with microphones. For guys like me who value authenticity, it's hard to connect with something so prepackaged.
This argument always cracks me up. All right, Mr. Anti-K-pop, you have a point, but only to a degree. Yes, K-pop is an industry, and yes, idols are trained for years to be as close to perfection as possible. But calling it soulless feels a bit unfair. Behind the polished facade are people working insanely hard, sacrificing their personal lives, and pouring every ounce of effort into their craft. That's real. But how is that different from Western artists who are literally molded by record labels? Can we talk about how every genre of music has some level of manufacturing? Do we really think pop stars in the West aren't styled, coached, and marketed? Every music industry sells an image. It's just that K-pop happens to do it with glitter and choreography. You want grit? Go listen to your garage band playlist and let the rest of us enjoy our choreographed excellence. As for the plastic surgery argument, let's not pretend that Western celebrities don't get work done too. The beauty standards might be different, but the pressure to look flawless is global. So, Mr. Anti-K-pop, maybe it's time to stop judging the surface and look a little deeper.
Reason 5. Cultural disconnect. I'll admit it, some of the frustration is because I don't get it. I don't speak Korean. I don't understand their references. Their music videos feel like they are from another planet. Colors exploding everywhere, random slow-motion stares, and dance moves that make my back hurt just watching. It's all just too much.
Oh, sweetie, you don't have to get every cultural nuance to enjoy something. Just vibe with the music and stop overthinking it. If you don't understand the language or the culture, K-pop can feel a bit alien. But isn't that part of the charm? It's a window into a different world, and if you take the time to explore it, you might actually find it fascinating. And let's not act like Western music videos are paragons of simplicity. Have you seen some of the stuff out there? Half the time, you're watching a 4-minute video wondering why a car is on fire in the background while some dude is rapping about heartbreak. But I get it. Not everyone vibes with the same aesthetics, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Just don't dismiss something as weird, just because it's unfamiliar. And honestly, if your back hurts watching the choreography, maybe that's a you problem.
Reason 6. The overexposure fatigue. K-pop is everywhere. Award shows, commercials, social media. You can't escape it. Even if you wanted to give it a chance, the sheer overexposure makes you want to rebel against it. It's like when a song plays on the radio 50 times a day. You hate it even if it's good.
Sir, if you're that tired of seeing K-pop, might I suggest stepping outside? Touch some grass. Go on a hike. I promise you, there's a whole world out there where K-pop isn't everywhere. Or maybe your algorithm just knows what's up and keeps showing you greatness. K-pop's global domination is a lot. Even as a fan, I sometimes feel like I can't scroll through Twitter without being bombarded with fan cams. But let's be real, this isn't a K-pop specific problem. Every popular trend or artist gets overexposed. Remember when you couldn't escape Despacito? That being said, my K-pop fam, take note. Not everyone needs to be converted into a fan. Let people discover things at their own pace. Overexposure isn't always a flex. It can backfire and make people dig their heels in harder. Wait a minute, before Mr. Anti-K-pop gets the final word, he'll speak about part 2 of this video and a lot more. But before that, please hear me out this video. I've poured my heart to create it, the time that went into it researching. Understanding the male POV, scripting was very rough and tough. I had to make sure not hurt my fandoms. Also, I had to make sure I don't misquote anyone. I wanted to make you understand the mentality of these guys, and believe me, Mr. Anti-K-pop gave me more brutally honest replies that if I would have included you guys would have canceled me right now. Please support me, share this video as much as you can. It's not a big team, it's just me, one person, working hard every day for my K-Insider fam. Love you guys. Alright, Mr. Anti-K-pop, the floor is yours.
Miss K, I appreciate your efforts. I'll admit this, K-pop fans aren't the only ones who get toxic. But man, their sheer volume is exhausting. But hey, credit where it's due. These idols work hard, and their fans are the most devoted I've ever seen. But let's be clear, this video was a lot of work for Miss K. If it doesn't go viral, don't expect me, Mr. Anti-K-pop, to come back with part 2, okay? If it does, oh, you better believe I'll have more to say. I'm out. Y'all can keep your purple hearts and synchronized dances. Peace out.